Was that Pepsi is very happy because now they're old news and United Airlines stepped into the new news.
Yeah, United Airlines has managed to turn an extremely bad situation into an even worse situation with some tone-deaf public relations. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brad Johansen.
And I'm Paula Toti. By now, you have surely seen the video of the United Airlines passenger dragged from a plane because it was overbooked.
Well, the viral video has created a public relations nightmare for the carrier, and United CEO fanned the flames with a clumsy apology. Local 12's Joe Webb talked to a local public relations expert who has some suggestions for United. Joe?
Well, Brad, the United Airlines video will be a great case study in public relations. It has all the elements of a modern image killer. Drama caught on tape, a social media free-for-all, and a big company slow to say it's sorry. Michael Soltis and his service dog Ruby flew United Airlines into Cincinnati last week. Things went well for them, but like everyone else on the street today, he's seen that video and can't believe it.
I thought it was pretty crude. I thought they could have negotiated something, some kind of settlement to have one of the other passengers maybe possibly, offer them more money, give them incentives, free tickets, something other than drag somebody off the airplane.
United stock is down about 1% today, and the mockers are trending on social media.
We're always anxious once we see an incident like that to see how a company reacts. And that's what really we focus on, is how would we advise them and what would we tell them.
Perry says United Airlines has taken some textbook missteps. An email from CEO Oscar Munoz stood behind employees and put the onus on the passenger. Did any other eyes see it before he pressed send?
When the CEO writes a letter that became public very quickly, that kind of condones a little bit of how they handled it and talks about how it was the last choice. That's not what you want portrayed publicly. You want to be a little more sympathetic to the situation. You want to make sure your customers know that they come first for you.
The shock of the images of a bloodied passenger will stick with people for a while, but Perry says the airline will recover.
Look, if you go on Travelocity tomorrow and you're taking your family on a flight and United gives you the lowest flight, you may swallow hard, but that's the flight you're going to take.
Michael Soltis and Ruby are flying United home later this week. He has some different concerns.
Geez, I hope they're not bankrupt by the time I get to the airport.
Now, United CEO Oscar Munoz sent out a new statement this afternoon that had a much softer tone. In it, he apologized to the passenger twice in the first paragraph and apologized to all the passengers on that airplane. Munoz says it is never too late to do the right thing, and that may be true, but in today's social media environment, it's also hard to do the right thing quickly enough. Brad?
Isn't that the truth, Joe? In his statement, Munoz calls the incident truly horrific, quote unquote. He also calls for a thorough review of United's policies on oversold aircraft and how the airline works with airport authorities and local law enforcement, and he does promise to do better. Munoz says that the results of the review will be released by the end of the month.